Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again reacting to RWBY. This is RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 8, entitled A Much Needed Talk. Now, I'm not going to sit here and speculate about the title too much. I just want to get into it and see what they're going to show us because last week's chapter was fantastic. The way they ended it with the cliffhanger of is Qrow going to be okay or not, that kind of scared me a little bit, so I want to see what they're going to show this one. So anyways, without further ado, guys, let's get into it now. This thing is over 20 minutes long. Let's get into it. RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 8, A Much Needed Talk. Okay, I'm rambling. Full screen. Let's go. Turn up the volume after the intro is done, as always. I'm excited, though. What are they going to show? Now, like I said, I'm not going to speculate the title. I just want the show to give me the reasoning of the title. Because every single title they've given for all of the RWBY episodes, chapters, as they're called, there is meaning behind every single title. Now, that's all shows, but it's interesting because some of the times, maybe it's more than some, maybe most of the time, but for me, some of the times the titles surprise me because I speculate one thing and I'm completely wrong. Like, oh, I was completely off. Like the title means this, and I never thought about it. It's how exciting this show is, because it always surprises me. I've said it a lot during this Volume 4 reaction of RWBY. But still love this intro. That shot. I love that shot. Okay. Let's get into this now. Let's go. Don't want it blasting in my face too loud. Qrow?
Really? No questions?
Of course we have questions. This is just a lot to take in.
Sure, of course.
So these maidens, they're powerful fighters that don't need dust to use magic.
Yeah.
And there are 4 of them?
Yep. Always.
Which means that whenever one of them dies, the power transfers to someone, a female, that they care about?
Whoever was in their thoughts last. Important distinction. Best option, it's someone we can trust. Regardless, their souls become combined, in a way.
And that's what you were trying to do to Ghira.
Combined souls.
The night the tower fell. You were trying to turn her into one of them.
The previous Fall Maiden, Amber, had been attacked. She was young and experienced. And her assailant, who we now know as Cinder, somehow managed to steal some of her power, but not all of it. We were afraid that if we didn't do something, the rest would go to her as well.
So you forced it on Ghira.
We didn't force anything.
She agreed.
We explained the situation and gave her a choice, and she chose.
Yep.
You were there. You heard her.
Yep. I know how you feel, man. It sucks. I get it. But she did choose. She did choose.
That guy, Tyrion, why was he after me?
Well,
you definitely painted a target on your back with what you did at Beacon.
yeah.
I told you having silver eyes is a rare trait. And the fact that you're someone that was able to use them seems to have upset some very powerful people. Not many people know about the silver eyes. But those that do aren't very happy that one has surfaced. That's why I've been keeping an eye on you. Wanted to make sure you were safe. All of you.
Well, then, why not just travel with us? It seems like that would have been way easier.
He was using you as bait.
Look, I wouldn't put it like that. It's complicated.
Okay.
What is all of this?
He made a
RWBY
point.
is being hunted. The
Bait.
schools are being attacked. All for what? What is the point of all of this? Will you just tell us what's going on?
Lay it down, son.
Sit down.
Lay it
You're stressing me out, kid.
This is exciting. Just dropping knowledge on these kids, letting them know.
Not many people are super religious these days.
The lighting,
The world's
though.
been around for a long time. Long enough that people have created dozens of gods. But if you believe Ozpin, 2 of them are actually real. They were brothers. The older sibling, the god of light, found joy in creating forces of life. Meanwhile, the younger brother, the god of darkness, spent his time creating forces of destruction. As you can imagine, they both had pretty different ideas about how things should go. The older one would spend his days creating water, plants, wildlife. And at night, his brother would wake to see all the things that the elder had made and become disgusted. To counteract his brother's creations, the god of darkness brought drought, fire, famine, all that he could do to rid Remnant of life. Life always returned.
Yep.
So one night, the younger brother went and made something. Something that shared his innate desire to destroy anything and everything.
The creatures of Grimm.
Yep.
You guessed it.
Interesting.
The older brother had finally had enough. Knowing that their feud couldn't last like this forever, he proposed that they make one final creation. Together. Something they could both be proud of. Their masterpiece. The younger brother agreed. This last great creation would be given the power to both create and destroy.
What?
Be given the gift of knowledge so that it could learn about itself and the world around it. And most importantly, it would be given the power to choose.
Oh,
To
okay.
have free will to take everything it had learned and decide which path to follow. The path of light or the path of darkness.
I get it. I was thinking something else. I get it.
And that is how humanity came to be.
But what does that have to do with us?
Nice explanation.
That's the kicker. See, the 4 gifts to mankind, knowledge, creation, destruction, and choice, aren't just metaphorical. Each of them exists in a physical form, left behind by the gods before they abandon Remnant. Each of them is extraordinarily powerful. If someone were to collect all 4, they'd be able to change the world. And that's exactly what the enemy wants.
Okay.
The Huntsman Academies were created to train generations of humanity's protectors, but they also serve another purpose, guarding the relics. When Ozpin's predecessor founded the schools, he built them around the relics to act as a fortress. Not only would they be easier to defend, but they would be constantly surrounded by trained warriors. The hope was that hiding the relics would keep mankind from using them against itself. And, of course, keeping them out of her reach.
Her reach.
So, yeah, there's that.
Her. You mean
Yep.
Salem?
Yes.
That's right.
Fuck yeah.
Not much is known about her, and quite frankly, that's not what matters. What matters right now is that she wants the relics. And if she gets them, it's not going to end well.
No. I'm glad they know now, though. I'm glad they know. They know about Salem, they know about... That was all new information,
You can
though, but...
always go in and say hi.
I don't want to bother him.
A father's never too busy for his daughter.
Not all of my friends would agree with you on that.
Here.
What? Where are you going?
You've never been very talkative, but that boy you brought home loves to run his mouth. I want to hear more about the adventures of Team Ruby.
Ooh! Me too. I want to hear some... I want to hear how he would tell him.
Hey, Dad.
this is a pleasant surprise. Please, come sit.
Maybe her and her dad have not had the best relationship? Maybe?
Don't worry, I've got it. Sit down. Sit down.
I don't want to keep you if you're...
Nonsense. I've been cooped up in here all day. You still take sugar, right?
Oh, actually,
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, here, take this one.
No, really, it's no big deal.
It's awkward.
You sure?
Positive.
Old habits, I suppose. Might want to let it cool.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
is it
It's a little awkward.
warm in Vale?
Huh?
It just seems like your outfit doesn't cover very much.
It covers plenty.
I mean, a little more armor might help, don't you think?
I'm fine. I don't need armor. I can look after myself.
She sure can. Yeah, this is awkward.
I know you can.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Why? Why would you say that?
Sweetheart, what's wrong? What did I say?
How can you still love me after what I did?
Whoa.
Blake,
We're getting deep in here. Jesus.
your mother and I will always love you.
You were right. I shouted at you and yelled at you, but you were right. I called you cowards.
It's okay.
I should have left the White Fang with you and Mom. I should have listened to you, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Blake, it's fine. We never held anything against you, and I never feared you would fail. The only thing I ever feared was that you would fall down the wrong path. And I am so proud to see you have it.
But I did. It was...
And you pulled yourself out. You came back. There aren't many who possess that kind of strength, and even fewer that have the courage to face their demons again. Vale, Mountain Glen, Beacon. You confronted the White Fang time after time.
Yep.
I didn't do it alone.
Of course not.
No, you didn't. Which is why I wanted to ask you. Why did you leave Vale? Why did you leave your friends behind?
Jesus Christ. I thought someone was busting in.
Bathroom? I'll just be going. Sorry to interrupt this tender family moment.
God, that was a really...
I really don't like you.
At least he's honest. That was a crucial moment, and he screwed it up.
So let's say we believe all of this. There really is this crazy evil being behind these attacks, not just some thugs trying to become powerful. Why doesn't the world know? Why isn't Atlas going after them, or Mistral?
And why aren't we in more of a hurry to get to Haven? Shouldn't we be getting them a message? What if they're next?
The headmaster over there saw what happened at Beacon. He's not dumb. He'll be on his guard. Besides, it takes time to mobilize forces like that. Do you really think they planned out that attack on Beacon overnight? And to answer your question, it's the same reason we keep quiet about the Maidens. If the whole world knew about the relics, about Salem, it would be chaos. We'd have another great war on our hands, and this time, you'd have to fight.
Is that a tease, a hint towards we'll get to that point?
Look, I had the same questions too. But old Ozpen always put his foot down. We can't cause a panic. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Salem's smart. She works from the shadows, using others to get what she wants, so that when it comes time to place the blame, we can only point at each other. She's trying to divide us, humanity. And so far, she's done a pretty damn good job.
All right. What should we do?
I don't really know. Ozpin has put a lot of trust in the headmasters. Like I said, the schools are an important part of stopping Salem. Atlas is going to be on high alert after the last attack, and Vacuo is, well, Vacuo. It'll be hard to hire thieves and scoundrels to fight against other thieves and scoundrels. Take that, add in the fact that Cinder and her crew claim to be from Haven, and I think it's likely the next target. So, we're on our way to the headmaster. Haven't heard from him in a while, even before the attack. I'm hoping he has the answers. All right, I think it's time you kids got some sleep.
Uncle Qrow,
Yeah?
this is a lot to take in. And it all sounds crazy, but I'm willing to do whatever I can to help. Because I trust you. But why couldn't you trust me? Why couldn't you just travel with us instead of all of this secrecy and...
Look, this has nothing to do with trust. It's a long story, okay?
Seriously? Now you're tired of telling us stories?
But you know the crows are a sign of bad luck. Old superstition, but it's how I got my name. You see, some people can absorb electricity, and some people can burst into rose petals. And some people are just born unlucky. My semblance isn't like most. It's not exactly something I do. It's always there, whether I like it or not. I bring misfortune.
I'm just watching.
I guess you could call me a bad luck charm. Comes in real handy when I'm fighting an enemy. But it makes it a little hard on friends and family.
Well, you are just a real bundle of help, aren't you?
He really is. He let you know a lot of information.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Taking a walk.
There's nothing else you want to tell us?
Oh,
Not tonight.
who's that?
No concept of privacy, no respect for personal space.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, okay? Ow! I'm sorry!
Ugh!
Ah,
Look, I promised it was
Sick and tired
important.
of you.
I needed to find you to talk to you.
What, son? What could be so important?
I was talking to your mom and she said something weird about the White Fang.
I'm stopping you right there.
But
I told you. I'm not here to fight the White Fang. I'm not here to fight anyone.
just tell her.
I'm here to rest, to figure things out, and to see my family.
your mom said White Fang members don't wear masks in Menagerie. But I saw one at the market yesterday. I even got a picture.
Son,
Look, I'm trying to help.
I don't want your help.
Jesus. Yep.
A freaking ninja?
A spy.
But why would...
Go, go, go. Come on. Go, 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 go.
What's happened?
The White Fang is evil. I totally called it, and I'm bringing your daughter back.
Okay, Qrow's still there. I was like, did Qrow bail? He's still there.
We should probably get moving.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. Oh, he's getting worse. Oh, God. I knew this was not going to end well. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He's poisoned. The theory was right. He was poisoned.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Really? Wow. Come on. What? Really? You're going to end it like that? Alright, we'll just let it run out. A lot of info in this episode. Some info that we didn't know, but then other info that we knew, but the characters didn't, or at least the children didn't know. I like the info about the creation of this world, about the older brother that's the light and the younger brother that's the darkness. And I couldn't say in the reaction because I didn't want to talk too much over the dialogue, but for some reason in my head, when they got to the point where the two brothers, the light and dark, came together to create a final thing, for some reason my mind went to something else, like when they said they created this, like the light and dark, like it was referencing what Ruby is with the silver eyes. But then when they said, you know, they can choose, and then okay, it made sense. Humanity, got you. Created humans or created beings, got you. Okay, it made sense. And I just love the fact now that at this point, Ruby and the rest of the team know who Salem is. They don't know who really she is, but they know the name, and they know that Salem is behind everything that's going on in terms of Grimm's and these attacks. They know, because it's a big step, because now the main character of the entire show, there's like a couple main characters, but the main character now knows the name of the big bad of the whole entire show. Salem is not in my personal opinion, Salem is probably not going to be a main villain, and then we're going to move on to something else. This is the final boss of the show, is Salem. And I'm glad that she knows. So I like the fact that Qrow was just kind of giving info. I understand Jean. Is it Jean? John? Bad with names, but regardless. I understand why he was upset. Because in his mind, and he even said it, you used her as bait. That's why you didn't travel with us. That's why you were just hanging behind, watching our backs. And Qrow was killing Grimm. Qrow was protecting them from Grimm attacks. So that's a good thing. But it could be seen that Qrow was just kind of using Ruby to draw out these people and draw out other things, because they're after her. So now that Tyrion, we didn't see anything about what's happening with the villain side, so we don't know what's going to happen when Tyrion returns to Salem. My theory, Salem is not going to be too happy. Oh, she's going to be pissed, and then she's going to send somebody else to go get Ruby, or she might go get her herself. I doubt it, because Salem, we haven't seen Salem outside of wherever the hell she is. We've not seen her outside of that. So I doubt that she's going to leave that realm or that place or that castle or whatever it is to go get Ruby. I doubt it. But if they do it, wow, okay, I'll be shocked. I'll be even more hyped if Salem goes and does it. But that was really exciting. So I'm glad that Qrow gave some info. Of course, he didn't give away everything, but he gave away some info that we didn't know, and things that we did know, now they know. And now they're going to work together. Hopefully, if Qrow recovers from his poison, then hopefully we'll get to see them actually go. Because regardless if Qrow's with them or not, hoping he survives, he just doesn't go, or whatever the case may be, they're going to go to another headmaster. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Because I guarantee you, when they get to this new school, they go to the new headmaster, there's going to be another attack. I'm assuming. And one last thing before I move over into Blake in that side of the story and what's going on. The mentioning of another great war. Now, I know it's just a line that Qrow just said to him, to Jean, as kind of a thing like, you know, if everyone knows about these relics and everyone knows about Salem, it's chaos. It's another war. It's going to be crazy. That could be easy a throwaway line, just to scare him and tell him, not everybody needs to know about this stuff. Not everybody needs to know. But my question is, just my theory, my speculation, is that a reference to a possible future in this show? Could it get to a point where maybe not Volume 5, hypothetically Volume 6, it gets known everywhere. Salem exists, these things are happening, the relics exist, and there being an all-out war between the light and the dark. An all-out war. Every single chapter, is nothing but battles and intense action, intense drama with characters, and we're just going through these humongous battles with characters and seeing things go down, a humongous war. I doubt that, because if they would go that direction, then it would literally have to be the last volume, because at a point you can't just keep going like Volume 6, Volume 7, just all out wars every single of the chapters. It would just get too much. So I would think that that's probably going to be Endgame. Endgame is going to be where literally the last volume is probably going to be so intense with drama and action and war, actual war, that it will be insanity, and it's going to end one big climactic thing where Ruby kills Salem. That's just the theory. I mean, who knows? Maybe the original Team RWBY will combine together to become one entity and become the RWBY and take her out. Just a thought. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just being out there. But I really enjoyed this. But anyways, the Blake stuff real quick. It's interesting to hear Blake hear and see her get upset and feel uncomfortable around her dad, and she just openly says it. Why do you still love me after what I did? You and Mom left the White Fang, and I still stayed. And he explained it, like, I knew you would make the right decision. And she says, I didn't make the right decision. He's like, but you pulled yourself out of it. And he's right. Not everybody has the strength to pull out of their wrong decisions, the bad things they do. It's not easy. And she was able to do it. So a round of applause for Blake. Then, of course, Sun shows up. The phone's ringing. Sun shows up and ruins the beautiful moment between her and her dad, kind of bonding again, of course. But I really thought for a second someone was busting in. And then he makes the offhand remark about, your mother said this. And the reason why I got really frustrated in my reaction moment, because I thought it would go the direction of where he never gets to say what her mom told him about the White Fang wearing masks. They don't wear masks. Well, there was one wearing a mask, and the ninja was in the tree. It was in the tree. I'm glad that even though she was doing the typical, I don't want to hear it, I don't care, and I was like, oh crap, okay, we're really going to do this, we're going to do the typical generic thing where of course he's not going to say it because she says no. I'm glad that they just made him still tell her. He still told her, and then she saw for herself in the tree along with him, ninja. And so they went after him, her, the ninja, and we'll see what happens. So I really enjoyed this chapter. I thought it was really good. I'm excited to see what happens next. They keep cliffhanging with Qrow, man. Last chapter, Qrow was cut, and he was breathing a lot, and he wasn't responding very fast, and it just cuts off. And then at this one, he's coughing up purple poison. It's a poison. It's poison and blood, and then the cut has some purple on it, and then cuts away again. So I think at this point, Qrow's not going to die because they keep cliffhanging what's going to happen to Qrow next. Like, they keep doing, Qrow got cut in the last one. Cut to black. We're not going to go any further. In this one, he's coughing up purple stuff. He's getting worse. Cut away. He's not going to die. Because if he was going to die, they would not keep cliffhanging. That's my personal opinion. But they still might shock us. Who knows? Anyways, that is my reaction. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below. What did you think about this chapter? Are you guys loving Volume 4 so far? Where do you personally rank it as of right now with all the other volumes? Like, do you rank it like the best volume so far? Or do you rate it in the middle or the worst? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching my reaction, guys. I'm done rambling. I'll talk to you guys later. Blah. Okay, peace out.